One. Hello, this is Jeff with Invocabo, and this is a presentation to share with you a strategy to restore your parish attendance and donations using a proven strategy that we have used in other industries. So, what's the problem? Well, the problem is that parishioners have been driven away by COVID rules, whether it was enforced by the government or by the diocese. Folks were pushed out of their churches and out of their normal routines, and they're not coming back, even though in many places churches are largely now open again and people could be coming back to liturgies. They've broken those habits and they've changed and they've adjusted. And of course, that also means that the tithes have fallen dramatically. Now, around the country, we've seen as much as 50% drop in donations, and in other places, uh, even 20%, which of course is a dramatic impact to the parish's bottom line. And the conventional means that we've always communicated with the faithful aren't working anymore. Number one, they're accustomed to hearing from their pastors in the pulpit. Secondly, by picking up a bulletin on the way out. And even among young people who are engaged on social media or email, aren't opening their email like they used to. Open rates are falling dramatically. Now, the typical digital means that you might use to reach people, so for example, social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that sort of thing, a lot of the people who have fallen away and aren't coming back, they're not really that engaged there. Your typical baby boomer and the older folks who are affluent and are going to be the primary donors in many parishes, they're just not engaged there. And even if they do have an account, they're not necessarily seeing the posts that you're making. Many people, of course, are also disappointed in the way the church has handled this. They've not been able to have the funerals that they would expect. They've not had access to the sacraments. Many people have been refused the sacraments. And so there's a lot of frustration about what's happened this year. And of course, you add to that the economic crisis. This has resulted in record numbers of unemployment, 50 million people unemployed, 60 million people on the verge of foreclosure. You've got a loss of confidence in the way this process has been handled by the government and by the establishment in medicine. Regardless of what you think about COVID, people are frustrated and upset. You've got the unemployment, which is weighing heavily on people. And of course, we're seeing dramatic increases in the divorce rate, 34% increase year to year. Huge numbers of drug and alcohol abuse, and lots of people being admitted to the emergency rooms that are victims of domestic violence. So it's a big problem, and the church needs to offer the solution. And the solution that I have for your parish starts with aggressive messaging. And by that, what I mean is it's not sufficient any longer to simply say, here's the mass times and here's times for other sacraments. You've really got to grab their attention because there are so many competing messages out there in the world today. So, for example, one thing that we've seen as effective is a message that simply says, I miss you, with a picture of the Blessed Sacrament, with a picture of a monstrance or a tabernacle. It kind of gets through all of the other normal branding that they see. And then, so for example, that might be an ad. And then if a person were to click on that ad, they'd come to a page that reinforces that message that our Lord is there waiting for them and looking for them to return. Now, this is really going to get their attention. And then it's an opportunity to remind them what the new schedules are, or the new plans for liturgy and sacraments. Now, the other thing that we do that works is creative targeting. And what that means is that we're going to advertise to the people who came to your Christmas liturgy or who came to Easter Mass last year. So what we're doing is we're going back in time, and we can look at who was there then and make sure that we target them again. We can also draw a circle around your parish, say 5 miles, and we can advertise to everybody who lives within 5 miles of your parish, or whatever the diameter would be, who gets email from major publishers of Catholic content. So it might be EWTN or Bishop Barron or Dynamic Catholic or the National Catholic Reporter or Register. So they maybe have never engaged in your parish for some reason. Or maybe they have, but we didn't catch them through other methods, but we know they're Catholic, we know they're close to you. We can identify those people. So again, we're getting outside of the normal methods of communication, your email, newsletter, your Facebook page, your bulletin. These things are not having the penetration into the audience that you need. So these are ways that we can get around that. We blanket them with your message. We make sure they see it. If they go to YouTube, they'll see your video. If they go to Fox News, they'll see it. If they go to CNN, they'll see it. If they open their email, they'll see an ad from you with this message. We will absolutely reach them. Now, the other thing that is very important as a solution to this is your website needs to be up to date and have relevant messaging. If it doesn't, if your website looks like it was built in 1995, you need to update it because expectations have changed, and you need to have really relevant messaging there, talking about that your church is open, talking about social distancing, talking about masks, talking about access to the sacraments, all the things that people are going to be asking about. And I also recommend that you go ahead and make it an admission. An admission is a very powerful thing in marketing and persuasion. And so it's a very good thing to say. I know you might be scared to come back to church, right? Maybe you're worried about things. Well, here's what we're doing, right? We're spraying things down every day, and we closed off every other pew, and we're doing X, Y, and Z. Maybe you're frustrated with how the church has handled things, or maybe you're even angry because you normally like to come to confession, every other week, and that's not been available. Those kinds of admissions are very powerful, and it opens the door for that conversation. It lets them know that you care. And there are, of course, a lot of people who've gotten used to watching Mass on TV, or they've been streaming it online, and we're hearing from them that they kind of like that, right? They watch Mass from the comfort of their own home, and they don't have to get dressed, and they don't have to drive, and they feel safe on those kinds of things. But of course, we know as Catholics that that's not sufficient, and that won't nourish them and provide the graces that they need. So, some observations: we can implement an ad campaign for you, starting with as little as $5,000 to accomplish the kinds of things that we're talking about. Now, some parishes might say, "Well, gosh, we don't, we've lost so much money, we don't have that kind of money." But what I would encourage you to think about is, you really can't afford to not do this. You have to interrupt this change in behavior that's happened, and if you don't, there's no reason to believe that they're just magically going to come back, because things have changed forever. We can see that in consumer behavior in retail. We're seeing it across churches. We're seeing it in political activities. Behaviors have changed forever. So you've got to do something now to change this. And the church is losing credibility, frankly. The longer the crisis goes on, the longer people feel like the bishops are the ones that are keeping them out of the churches, or the bishops are not standing up to state or local governments, the greater the credibility gap is for the church. After all, the church survived the Spanish flu. We've survived the Black Plague. We've survived persecution from the Romans over the course of our 2,000-year history, and yet really seem to be crippled by this virus, which at the end of the day, we now know has a very low mortality rate. So it's important for you as a pastor to get out in front of this and let them know that you're there for them. And remember, people are extremely fearful, they're stressed, and they're uncertain. And people that are in that kind of a state, they don't make good decisions. And they can justify their behavior, even though it's irrational. They can justify staying at home to watch Mass instead of coming back to the parish. So you've really got to be focused on persuasion and challenging those errors in their thought processes. After all, they need the sacraments more than ever. If they're in this state, and if they're worried about their personal lives, if they're worried about society, if they're worried about the election, if they're worried about whether the church is really there for them, that's when they need to be going to confession and coming to the Eucharist and so forth. So I strongly encourage you, if you don't have the money for an ad campaign as we've described, start sending out emails, get on social media, make the phone calls to your reliable donors to raise the money that you need to reach out to the people who need you. And what's the worst that could happen? If the advertising campaign fails to bring all of those people back, at least you can say to yourself that you've got a clear conscience, that you've done your best, as opposed to not having done anything. So I would like to encourage you to set an appointment, schedule a time to talk with one of our staff about how to implement a campaign for you, what the specifics would look like, and be prepared to answer a few questions that are going to be relevant. For example, the average weekly attendance that you used to have back in the normal days, and what your attendance is now, and what your tithes looked like before and after, and what you anticipate your budget is, right? Some parishes are going to have very little, some are going to be able to afford 10 times that much based on the number of people and the loss of the financial revenue that you're accustomed to. Naturally, more you invest, the more you'll get. So I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. You can schedule that appointment below, and we look forward to talking with you. God bless.